Hello there, it's Leanne and Simon on Loving Life Now. For today's topic, lifelines. You can do some welcoming and I'm going to do some sharing.
Awesome. Thanks everyone, and thanks for joining us here on Leanne's Loving Life Now Facebook page. And of course, we're streaming live on Facebook. We're also streaming live on TikTok. So a big hello to everyone who's streaming in on TikTok as well. And thanks to everyone for joining us this evening. As you join us, you know the drill. We'd love to welcome you to the stream. Come on out with your name and where you're streaming in from. Let us know so we can say a quick hello and welcome everyone as they join us. So we've got people joining in from all over the country. And of course, it's always great to know where people are streaming in from.
Absolutely.
Peggy's first out of the gate. Hello from beautiful, warm, sunny Perth. Well, hello, Peggy. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. G'day, Rob Collins on the Gold Coast in Robina. Thanks, Rob. Great to join us. We had Pam there. Hello to you. Richard Wiseman. Hello from the UK. We've got Cheryl in Sydney, Bernie in Burleigh. We've got Mark and Sandra down in Melbourne. Great to have you here, guys. So as you join, as you pop in, let us know where you're streaming in from. Pop your details in. Pacifico, g'day from the south coast of Sydney or south coast of New South Wales, whichever one you want to be. Great to have you here.
Same, but different.
So again, as you join us, let us know where you're streaming in from. We'd love to welcome you, and maybe Lee can have a look at, when she's finished, have a look at some of the people streaming in on TikTok live this evening. We've got a great personal development topic. So if you've just joined us and you've never watched us before, welcome. Great to have you here. We do this same time every week on Loving Life Now Facebook page. Gabby Viner, hi to you from the Gold Coast. Shani, good evening. Welcome from Sydney. Thanks for joining us. And we've got people streaming in from all over Australia and, of course, sometimes around the world. Kayla might be here from Boston. We'll see.
There's definitely going to be people from all over the place, that's for sure.
So, again, we'd like to welcome you. So let us know where you are located and pop your details in the comments so that we can give you a warm welcome.
Over here we've got Adelaide, we've got Brizzy, Mackay and Sunshine Coast.
Excellent. Well, welcome, guys, from Brizzy, Mackay and the Sunshine Coast.
Yes.
And it was funny today. We were driving along in the car and Lee gets a message on TikTok.
Well, someone had commented on one of my videos saying, I just saw your car in Brisbane.
Like 1 minute ago.
It was pretty funny.
So they must have driven past us while we were heading back to the Gold Coast from Brisbane. So that was pretty amusing.
It's pretty funny.
Hopefully they weren't messaging while they were driving.
I'd say they were probably the passenger.
Let's go with that.
Go with that.
Kent, g'day Kent.
Your
Kent's
first Facebook Live, Kent.
It is. Woo-hoo. Kent's new to our business. So big welcome to you, Kent. Thanks for joining us on our Facebook Live this evening. Great to have you here.
We're ready to get started.
And Kent, just pop in where you're streaming in from. I can't remember where you're located. I've got no, I'm not going to guess. Pam, hello Pam. Thanks for joining us.
Pam.
And where's Pam located?
I have no idea, but we've also got Adelaide and Melbourne over here as well. Excellent.
Well, we've got a great topic lined up. It's called Lifelines. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Kent's in Melbourne. Thanks, Kent, for clarifying. So great to have you here from Melbourne. And Lifelines is a great topic. This is going to go over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be talking about Lifelines. So this is Lifelines Part 1 in a way.
Part 1.
We're going to have Part 2 next week, and then we're going to have Part 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
big
so we're going to talk about lifelines and what they are and how we all have lifelines in our own life. And Corinna, so what did Corinna say? Hi guys, how are you? Oh,
thanks.
Awesome, thanks. And Pam's in Victoria.
No, she says, how are you guys?
What did she say? Oh, she's right now, and Pam said she's right now in Perth.
Okay.
But she's from Victoria, so good that you could join us from WA. Thanks, Pam. And, of course, lifelines. So during our lives, let's talk about lifelines. What are they? People probably think, well, what is a lifeline? Sounds like something Eddie Maguire offers people on that show that he does, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah. You know, do you want to answer the question? Do you want to go for a lifeline? And maybe you've got lifelines in your life like that, where you can phone a friend or
absolutely,
or reach out to somebody and get a perspective.
Well, Bernie's asking if cocktails are a lifeline.
I don't know about that.
No.
Hi guys from Laurie in Yeppoon. G'day Laurie, thanks for joining us. So let's talk about lifelines. So during our lives, we make connections.
Yes.
We make connections with people. right?
We interact with people.
Absolutely. We take control of ourselves. So we're in control of our...
Well, we're meant to take control of ourselves. Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't. All right, so I was going to go there, but I won't. So we are generally at cause in our lives. And, of course, one of the things about personal development is it teaches you to be more at cause in your life with what it is that you're doing.
Yes. Yep.
What else, Lee?
We either affirm or repel what we desire.
Yep, we do. And we also make choices and we take action. So we choose what we want to do, we make choices and we take action. And as you said, we either attract things into our lives or we're repelling them, right?
We learn to apply tools and techniques that assist us to get what we want or don't want.
And sometimes people get more of what they don't want because it's what they focus on. And how you handle this whole interaction in your life is absolutely critical to the results and the outcomes that you get.
Yep.
So let's talk about lifelines. What are lifelines? Well, what are they?
These are things that you can count on, things that you are personally responsible for creating.
Personally responsible, I like that. Right, so a lifeline is something that you're personally responsible for creating. There's a lot of power in that. Now, things like, so what are some examples of things that we're responsible for personally creating? Things like alliances with people, right? We build alliances with people.
We build relationships.
We do. We also share perspectives with people. So we have different perspectives and different views on things. And we also build a knowledge base. Now, every day we learn something new and that develops a knowledge base.
Yep.
So we know what to do and hopefully what not to do, right?
Yes, you would hope so.
So our knowledge base is built up from life. It's built up from what we create, what we learn. And of course, ultimately, it holds us in good stead moving forward. Now, the other thing is also things that give you a reason to create, right? So our knowledge base gives us a reason to create because we want to build our knowledge. Yep. We want to expand it. We want to learn more and we want to be more.
Yep, absolutely.
So we have many lifelines in our life and we're going to explore some of these this evening. And you've got to ask yourself, are some of these things that you've created in your life?
Yep. So let's see how they are serving your desired result.
Because some lifelines, if they're not serving you, you need to change them, fix them.
Absolutely.
And take action on them. So it can, of course, be easy and fun to work on improving your own lifelines, right? We want to make it easy and we want to make it fun because life's about
having fun.
Having fun. If you're not having fun,
it shouldn't be done.
That's it. All right. So this is done with how do we change our lifelines, Lee?
A new approach or a new action.
Yeah. So come at it from a different approach, or change the action. What are you doing that's not working for you? Then take a different action. Lifelines affect your daily results. Day in, day out, our lifelines have an effect on our daily results. What else?
Altering them can be super rewarding with often immediate results.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can have some really good wins by changing your lifelines and making some adjustments to them, which can be rewarding, obviously.
Absolutely.
So let's take a look at a few of these lifelines that we're going to talk about this week. And we're going to explore, tonight, we're going to explore 9 lifelines. I had to laugh when I wrote that down. Because what are we talking about? What has 9 lives?
A cat.
A cat. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we're going to explore what? 9 lifelines? Sounds like a cat. So, all right, so let's explore 9 lifelines tonight. So the first lifeline we're going to talk about is the lifeline of discipline.
Are you disciplined?
I'm disciplined, sometimes.
On everything?
Not on everything. No, I'm disciplined in some areas of my life, but certainly not disciplined in others.
So you got some stuff to work on.
Sure. No problems. Are you disciplined?
Oh, no.
No. So I guess we've both got some stuff to work on.
Some stuff to work on too.
So discipline in your life is a really important one. So ask yourself, are you disciplined when it comes to your health, your physical well-being, your mental mindset, your mental model? Are you disciplined in these areas in your life? And you've got to learn to live in moderation in all of these areas.
We need to work on that one.
Live in moderation.
If anyone sees our weekends and our cocktail adventures...
Oh, my goodness. That's all right.
We need to live a bit more in moderation.
We have fun, though. All right. So learn to live in moderation. And, of course, be disciplined around your health, your physical well-being, and your mental health. That's really important, right? So how are you mentally feeling, and check in with yourself. And be disciplined in some areas. So it's okay to not be disciplined in every area of your life. But certainly discipline plays a part, and it's a really important part in your lifeline. Mm-hmm. The next one we're going to explore is called your time lifeline. Now, how do you use your time? Are you effective with your time, Lee?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so? Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you prioritise things effectively?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Okay, good. And does it allow you to gain results? Like if you're being effective with your timeline, does that give you more results?
I think so, yes.
Yep. Okay, good. And of course, we can always improve our time management. Would you agree?
Yeah, we all can.
Yeah.
Get super organised, and the more time you'll have.
Yeah. So there's always areas that we can improve our time lifeline, and that is that improve our time management. Look at how we can work smarter, not harder.
Peggy just wrote, work smarter and play harder sometimes.
Well, we definitely do that. Work hard, play hard. It's a bit of an analogy of ours. You know, you got to work hard, but you've also got to be enjoyed to play hard as well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you've got to work smarter, not harder, and that's a great saying that I love. And but what does it mean? Well, what does it mean? Well, does it mean you've got to work physically harder in order to get the result?
No.
No. Does it mean that you've got to work longer hours in order to get the result?
No.
No.
You've got to be more productive with your time.
Yeah, sometimes we've got to look at what we're doing and how we're spending our time, and
how you can leverage your time, and how you can multitask and do things in a shorter period of time.
Yeah, so what can we find? What can we find in our lives that's going to allow us to leverage that time, work smarter, not harder? If you're trading your time for money, then you're limited to what you can create.
So the only way in those situations to make more money is to put in more time.
Or work more hours or work overtime.
Which is not working smarter.
No, it's just working harder. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that leads to, other downfalls. So the analogy is with your time lifeline is prioritise, be effective with your prioritisation of time, and learn to work smarter, not harder. Find solutions that are going to allow you to work smarter and leverage your time. Now, the next one we're going to explore is the net worth lifeline. What are we worth? What are we worth as individuals? Do you know what your net worth lifeline is? And it's really important that you actually know yours. And you also learn and know your credit score. So everyone has a credit score.
I looked mine up the other day. It was funny because I got an email about it. I thought, I should look that up.
Yeah, I got an email about it and looked mine up too.
There you go.
Yeah. I was pretty impressed.
Well, you're impressed with yourself.
Impressed with my credit score.
You're impressed with yourself.
All right, so know your net worth, but also know your credit score. Now, why would it be important, Lee, for someone to be aware of what their credit score is?
Well,
what's the advantage?
Well, if you've got a good credit score, it enables you to do other things like get loans and do things that you want to do.
Yeah, so you could use it to your advantage, whether it be buying property, whether it be finding a business, whether it be taking out personal loans, whether it be reducing debt and debt reduction or debt consolidation. Mm-hmm. Your credit score can assist you in all of those areas. Now, it also can help you create a lifeline for leverage and growth. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, when we talk about leverage, we're talking about our net worth. So if we want to expand our net worth, we've got to expand our income and our leverage. Mm-hmm. So we want to have leverage in our income, and we want to have wealth and development, right? So whether that's in the property, whether it's in shares, whether it's in cryptos, how can we increase our net worth? And that's an important one. A lot of people don't know what their net worth is. What are you worth? Are you insured to cover your worth? Are you insured to cover it? Right? Yeah. if you something happened and you had an accident and therefore you've got these loans that you've got to pay off, are you insured to cover that, right? And that's really important, understanding your net worth. The next one is our cash flow lifeline. So what's our cash flow lifeline?
So explore your incomings and outgoings.
Absolutely.
So what are you spending money on, and how much are you making?
Yeah, because it's no good if you're spending more than you're making, because then you're going backwards, right? So it's really important to understand your cash flow lifeline. Now, I know when I got started in this business, Lee, almost 14 years ago, I went through and evaluated all of my expenses, my home expenses, my life expenses, everything I had control over, and looked at, okay, what do we pay for the internet? What do we pay for, our subscription TV? What do we pay for our power, our electricity, our car insurance? And go and find out whether you're actually getting the best deal. Is there other deals out there that I can be changing to these days that are going to maximize my maximize my monthly expenditure, so I'm not paying more than I have to. So I don't want to pay any more than I need to, but I also want to make sure that I'm maximizing the benefits for what I'm paying.
Yeah.
And that's a really good exercise to do. So your cash flow lifeline is one of the 9 lifelines that we're talking about. So be aware of what your incoming and your outgoings are. What are your living costs? What does it cost you to live on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? What is that? And are you aware of it? What else, Lee? What does that do?
This lifeline equates to, you gave me the big hard word.
Sustainability.
Of current lifestyle and ability to take risks.
Yeah, well, if you're not aware of your incomings and your outgoings, then of course, how can you sustain your lifestyle? So you need to know what your costs are so that you can sustain that lifestyle, whatever it might be. It's no good having this lavish lifestyle and not being able to afford to fund it, right? And you're going backwards in a quick way. So overall, it's your responsibility as an individual to be aware of your financial cash flow lifeline.
Yeah.
Right? And it's each and everybody's responsibility to know exactly what their cash flow lifeline is, and something that we can all, strive to improve. All right. So that's so we've covered off 4 of our lifelines. So number 5
is it the experience lifeline?
The experience lifeline. All right. Now, this is your own personal equity, right? So it's what are you learning, right? What experiences are you creating in your life, and how are you learning from these? So it's your personal equity in life. So you learn, and then are you feeding or are you starving that lifeline? Now, it's experience lifeline. So do you go and experience new things?
Absolutely.
Do you get outside your comfort zone and go and learn new things or experience new things in order to expand your experience lifeline?
Yes.
Right? I mean, we're put on this earth to break rules, break even,
break through,
right? So we're not here for a long time. We're here for a fun time as well.
I was going to say something else.
But we've got to make sure that in the life that we lead, that we do the best with the life that we're given.
Yeah.
Right? So your experience lifeline is important. It's important to create experiences, whether it be with you and significant others, whether it be with your family, whether it be with children or grandchildren or just those that are important to you, is to have experience. Could be creating experiences with friends. And that's really important as well. So, all right, so we talk about the experience lifeline. Lee, the next one is our ability lifeline.
So what are yours? What are your abilities?
What are your abilities? Do you know them? Like, do you know what your abilities really are? And the biggest thing for me is a lot of people don't know what their abilities are. They think they do, but they don't always know what their greatest abilities are. So what are yours? Are you using them to your fullest? Do you know what your abilities, your strengths are, and are you using those? What else?
We all have innate and learned abilities.
Yeah, we do. We have things that come naturally to us, but we also have abilities that we learn, right? And we create new abilities through our life experiences. Now, pair these with your passion to create a satisfying and successful life. So if you're passionate about these things and you pair them with what your abilities are and you put those two together, it's going to help you create a more satisfying and successful life. And satisfying because why? Because you're working towards your abilities, right?
Yes. Yep.
If you're not using your abilities, then it wouldn't be too satisfying.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So the next one, and this is number, what are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up to number 7. Number 7 is our access lifeline. What's all that about?
So do you actively create and build and activate access in what you want to create?
Now, what does that mean?
No idea.
Do you actively create, build, and activate access in what you create? So do you do things like doing the research? Do you follow up on things and finish the job, right? So these are all things that are going to give you your access lifeline. Because if we don't follow through on things and we don't follow up and we don't do the job, then we're not going to create what it is that we want to create. So it is really important to make sure that your access line puts you in a position to win.
Yes.
Right? And we're all about wanting to win, right? Whatever it is, you want to win at what you're doing.
Well, you don't want to lose, that's for sure.
No. So you've got to be positive, go out there and be looking to win and succeed at what it is that you're doing.
Yep.
So that's important. Do your own research. Know for yourself. Look into things and certainly make the connections and then follow up and finish the job. All right. So the next one, Lee, is our talent lifeline.
Know your talents. What talents have you got?
Know your talents. I can roll my tongue.
I can do this. Can anyone else do this?
Yeah, I can do that.
With how many fingers?
I don't know. I used to be able to do it with all 5.
Can anyone else do that?
Well, I can't
it's
actually.
Literally just your top of your fingers.
I can do it with 3.
So comment if you guys can do that. I call it the claw.
I can't do it with my little one because I
So
damaged
literally
it.
not bending that bottom half, just bending the top.
Yeah, so the fingers straight. I don't. Is that a talent?
It is a talent.
What's it going to do for
It's a party trick.
That's a party trick.
It's not really a talent.
I can roll my tongue. Some people can't roll their
I
tongues. Can you roll your tongue?
No.
See? You can't do it.
Can't do it. I'm not talented.
So, but we all have talent lifelines, right? So what are your talents? You've got to know your talents. And we're not talking about rolling our tongue or our fingers, by the way. But do your work to increase your talent. So are you working on your talent? Are you working on your strengths? Are you working on increasing your talent in areas that you desire? And that's important. You've got to work on that. Now, sometimes, and I love this, right? Sometimes the things that come easily and effortlessly to us, Lee,
We don't value or recognize.
we don't value or recognize. So you could be sitting there thinking, I don't really know that I've got any amazing talents. But do you know what? You do. And you do.
But you don't see it as a talent.
You don't see it as a talent. You could be really good at something specific and your friend thinks you're amazing and you think, what? Doesn't everybody do that?
But you could be really, really good at maths and be able to just do numbers off the top of your head like that, and you don't value that because it's just easy.
You just think, well, that just comes naturally to me. So things that come naturally and effortlessly to us are often the most things that we undervalue and we don't recognize them as strengths in our life. Yeah. So the talent lifeline is an important one. Know what your talents are and work towards them. So remember, do what you can to increase your talent in areas that you desire and make sure that you value what comes easily and effortlessly to you. Right? Don't think for a moment that you're talentless, right? Because we all have talents. We all have strengths and we all have talents that we can grow and that we can evolve. All right, so that's number 8 and our number 9, which is a good one.
And
it's a big one. We'll talk about it. So number 9, lifeline for this evening is charisma.
Ooh, do you have that?
Well, I think we all have a sense of charisma in our lives. It's just to what degree do we have charisma? Okay, so this is your secret weapon. Charisma is everybody's secret weapon. Now, it attracts others. Do you agree with that? Like, people get attracted to people that are charismatic.
Yep.
People. So what is that? What is charisma? So let's talk about it. So charisma behavior includes things like
confidence.
Somebody that exudes confidence or seems to be confident or comes across confidently. That's a behavior of charisma. Right?
Yep.
What's another one, Lee?
Social and fun-loving.
Yeah. So do we know people that are social and fun-loving?
That's us.
That is.
We like to be social and fun-loving.
We do like to be social. So social and fun-loving people. I mean, it's a characteristic and a behaviour of charisma. All right. So charisma is in us all, and it's your secret weapon. So ask yourself: do I have a level of confidence? Am I social and fun-loving? What's the next one?
Ability to tell stories. You're good at that one.
Yeah,
I'm
tell
not
stories.
so good at that one, but
I love telling stories. And telling stories, people relate to stories, right? Stories sell.
Yep.
Right? People like to hear stories.
It's information tells and stories sell.
So it's important that you can relate situations to stories. And do you have the ability to tell a good story? Do you have an upbeat energy about you?
A little bit sometimes. When I feel like it.
When you raise your vibration.
That's right.
All right, so we can all have the ability to have an upbeat energy and bring our energy to the table when we need it. And that, again, is a behaviour of charisma. Smiling, Lee. I think you're great at smiling.
Everyone can do that one.
That's right. Well, we can. It's a choice, right?
Yeah.
So whether you choose to be that smiley person or whether you...
Bernie says Mick wins the storytelling.
He does.
He does.
All right, so smiling is another behaviour of charisma. And, of course, reaching out to others and engaging conversations.
You're very good at that.
Thanks. So reaching out and engaging conversations, and that is, again, another behaviour of charisma. What else have we got? So all of these, you go.
Yeah, these traits capture and hold the attention of others.
Yeah, so people get captivated by all of these things, by confidence, fun, some social, fun-loving people, telling stories. They've got a good energy about them. Excuse me. They're happy, upbeat. They're smiling, and they've got a sense of charisma about them. So it captures and holds the attention of others.
Yep.
Now, they also can be very influential in getting what they want and also gaining the support from others.
Yes.
So because of that nature, that charismatic nature, often gets the support of others and they can work out and get what they want.
So usually they're leaders because they have people that want to follow.
Correct, yeah. So people that are charismatic, often leaders, that's right. So the more charismatic you can present yourself as one of your lifelines, the more powerful you will be with others. So think about that. How do I show up? How's my charisma lifeline?
Bernie says charismatic people are magnetic.
Yeah, they are magnetic.
They attract people.
That's absolutely true. And Pacifico says leadership qualities, absolutely. So charismatic behaviour, evaluate your own and think, well, can I improve some of those traits, some of those behaviours that are in my control and be a little bit more charismatic?
Yep.
All right. So they're the 9 lifelines, Lee, that we're exploring this week. Next week, we're going to be back with Lifelines Part 2.
Yes.
And we're going to go through and explore some other lifelines. And we'll talk about how they impact our life and what's so important. I think next week, we're actually doing 8 lifelines.
Okay.
Yeah. So we won't have 9. We'll do 8 next week. And then I think week 3, we do 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So that's it for our topic for this evening. I trust that you enjoyed learning about lifelines and how they impact our life and just a little bit about them. And, of course, we'll be back next week, next Tuesday, which is the day after Anzac Day here in Australia. So we've got Anzac Day public holiday on Monday, the 25th, And then, of course, Tuesday we'll be back at 7:30 Brisbane time on the Loving Life Now Facebook page.
Yep.
And we'll also stream live on TikTok. So thanks for those that joined us on TikTok. Thanks for everyone that come and join us and hung out here on our Facebook Live. We know that a lot of people come and catch the recording as well. And if you want to watch some of our past episodes, be sure to go to Simon and Leanne Unleashed on YouTube. We are up to episode 108. That was 108 this week.
Nice.
So next week, 109. And then I'm thinking, what are we going to do for episode 111? 111.
I don't know.
It's a special number. So I thought, well, I have to make sure it's a good topic that week.
We will. We'll still be doing this, won't we?
No. Next week we'll do episode 109. And that'll be part 2. And the week after will be 110. And then we'll have a new topic for episode number 111.
Sounds like a plan.
So 108 episodes. If you want to watch any of the past ones, go and check them out on Simon and Leanne Unleashed on YouTube. Otherwise, they're here on the Facebook page.
Yep.
Under the video section. Go and have a look. There's some, only go for 20 to 30 minutes. Great topics and something to take away, something to listen to, and trust that you can take away something from it.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
That's it. So have a great week, guys, and we'll see you same time, same place next week.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.